Right then, you sweaty moose knuckles. Let's get this guitar finished, shall we? Battery exhausted, she said. I'm fucking exhausted. Right, welcome back everyone. My name's Paul, you know who I am. This is Milo Studios. There's some signs, I use some swears like fucking wank. And this is episode 4. If you've not watched this from the start, go and watch it. This is a charity build and you can win this guitar. The raffle ends tonight at 7 PM. I'm going live at 6:30 PM so we can watch the draw. That's exciting, isn't it? Unfiltered Paul. Believe it or not, I edit out quite a lot of bollocks. Stuff that's no good for air, no good for air. And I tend to delete the live streams after a few days because I might have said inappropriate things. What have we got to do? I've got to put some carves on this. We've got to sort out this nice deep swooshy carving here. I have no idea how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it. So we'll have a little look at that. I'll need to put a carve across the back. I'll make that up as I go along. I'm going to do it beyond because it's less mess. And we'll clamp it and I'll show you on Dave and we'll zoom right in. I've got to put a cheeky round around the back. I've got a bit of final sanding to do, and I've got to make love to this very, very sexy neck. A final polish up. I won't show you the final build up because that's really boring, and I won't show you setting up the guitar because we do that on Mondays, don't we? So bollocks to that. We'll get this thing put together and looking a bit sexy. I reckon. So let's start with some carves because that's the basis of the episode, isn't it? That's the most important bit. How have you all been? How have you all been? Comment below. How are you? So I'm going to get a bendy ruler. I've got a bendy ruler. According to Mrs. Richards, bent ones are better. And I'm just going to figure out where I want this carve to start. I'll start with that. I might do a bit more of a curve than that. And on the top, this is as technical as I'm going to get. I'm going to dig the ruler into the growler. There, I think that's what we'll go with that. Depth-wise, I haven't got a fucking clue, have I? I'm just going to go at it with Senor Shinto. This one, I'm not sure what I'm going to chop that out. That's not round enough, is it? It's not round enough. I'm thinking. While I'm on the path of thoughts, I had a message the other day. Someone said that they were offended by a particular joke I made. I replied to that person, who will remain anonymous. I said, but were you all right with all the other dark jokes and fucking stuff I come out with? And they replied genuinely, yeah, I was fine with all that. All right. Every topic I take the piss out of will offend someone, all right? So put it this way. If any of you have been offended this week, just this week, if you've been offended, get a fucking grip of yourselves, all right? Because life's too short. No one cares if you're offended. I just thought I've got a bendy bit here. I could use that, can I? That's more what I was after. A swoopy whoopy. Use the brain, boys. My dad used to say that. Use the brain, whack you in the head. That's why I'm so fucked up. Yep. Now, I'm going to clamp this down with my clamp that I've got to screw to the bench because I thought I was being clever, but I wasn't. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. Now, the weather's picking up. And it's the first time in ages I'm actually a little bit warm. It's a little bit toasty. I might have to open the window and get the fan on soon. Get the aircon going. Now, we're clamped on here. I'm going to pull this Shinto backwards. I'm not pulling it backwards as in the wrong direction, Trevor. I'm pulling it in the right direction, the cutting direction, but I'm using it backwards because it's easier than trying to get a leg around, you know what I mean? So we're just going to start. Someone recommended to me buy Mercer Carrot Flex sandpaper. It's shit. I can't remember who suggested it. Honestly, it's the weakest, pissiest sandpaper. It's like sandpaper encrusted onto a pair of French knickers. It's awful. Right, we'll have a quick look, see what that's done for the giblets. It's better. It's better. It's not quite there. I do like how it looks though. And I think I could definitely go further with that swoop. And I'm gonna gouge it all the way down. It's a deep ass neck pocket. It's a big boy. So let's do a little bit more. I'll do it off camera and then show you. I've got a tight pocket.
Many unbearable hours later.
Right, and there we are. We've got some funky curves. A little bit different to how the boys at Balaguer do. Now, the next port of call I can get around. It's still not the perfect hand, but I can reach. I can reach around. That'll be fine. We'll make do with the tools we've got, which is something I've been doing for all of my life.
Yep.
Now, the next port of call is going to be, you see how light this thing is? It's fucking queef-like. This walnut is just the driest of dry. I'm going to put a little half round all the way around, not a massive round, just a little tiny tight one, just a little sneaky one. I'll bring Dave and I'll just show you me whipping around with the router. Steady on. On the top, I'm literally just going to give it a bevel, and I will do that just with sandpaper, sometimes with a file. I'll just give it a little edge, nothing much. But on the bottom, obviously, we want to give it a bit of a smooth around. There we go, we just softened her up, nothing major. And then on the outside, it's very sharp. I'm going to use a pretty fine file. I'm just going to go over. It's exciting, isn't it? It's exciting. This is how I spend me Wednesdays. Lovely. Right, fucking hell. Dusty old shit, isn't it? I'm going to sit here and sand now with a mask on, which I should have had on ages ago, because I've got hands like fucking Dick Van Dyke, the chimney sweep, haven't I? Hopefully I found a little meme there to put in. Yeah, I'm going to sand now for a couple of hours after me lunch, and then we'll come back at the end of the day and get some oil on this. I'll show you how I spray my necks, because this has a poly finish on it, which is a sanding sealer. Don't like the oil so much on that, but we'll do that downstairs. I'll show you that. It's very exciting. It's not exciting, but we'll pretend. I think I'm just going to go with rustings, like a Danish oil, and then we'll go with a polish over the top. It's just my finish of choice. It don't smell, it don't kill me, and I love it. Camera's off, slags.
One eternity later.
Right, well, I've got numbnuts downstairs practicing his fucking A minor pentatonic, so he's going to be better than me within about a minute at playing guitar. Let's do a little. Hopefully you can't hear that fucking tirade of bullshittery coming from downstairs. Let's get some oil on. This bogwood's a weird one. It's almost like you could just leave it completely unfinished. It sheens itself up. It's a twat to work with, but I am enjoying it. Now, all I'm using is Rustin's Danish oil. You use this on kitchen worktops. The secret is, and thank you to the gentleman that commented, I forget your name because I'm fucking crap with names. Crap. It's a good word, that, isn't it? Crap. So all I'm going to do with me rag, with me little jizz rag here, me cum rag, my sock of destiny, I'm just going to dip in, right? And I'm going to start on the bottom because this walnut is going to really soak it up. And I'm just going to go on one coat and it will expose everything that you've not sanded. It's very kind like that. So one very thin coat, and we'll just keep a lookout for what we have fucked up. I mean, if you like your raw finishes, it is lovely. There's some scratch in here that I've got to get rid of, so I'm not happy with that bit. Best thing to do now is take a rag and get rid of the worst of it. I'm looking around like I know where everything is in the workshop. I clearly don't. I did a pretty good job for the sanding, which is unusual for me. Fun fact, my worst grade at school, I didn't do too badly at school, but my worst grade was actually woodwork. There you go, that's true. I think this needs another blast. I'm not happy with that. We'll give that a bit of love. I'm basically going to sand off the shit bits that I'm not happy with. We'll give it another little once over. It's lovely and black now, isn't it? That is absolutely stunning. I like the fact that this is such porous and like pitty and it's like me. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking aging, not well, but we'll just get over it and hopefully someone will love it. I'll see you in a minute for a bit of waxing. Okay. Woohoo! Right, so here is the Richards piece of shit spray booth that I made for emergencies. I don't spray anything other than that now. Acrylic sanding sealer, because it's easy. I'll put on the extractor and I'll shut up because it's very noisy. Right, just a quick cut in. This is a raffle guitar. You can enter with the details below, and 50% of all of my raffles go to charity, and this will be Leukemia Care. The last Leukemia Care raffle we do this year. So come and build along. That's the whole point. This is the Jurg's Cup. It's for you, really, not me. And the more the merrier. Thanks for watching, everyone. Appreciate it. This is an important little build series. It's fucking important. So follow the links. Do the linkage. Testing. Here we go. Right. It's the final day of the build. Yes, we're doing it. I'll go and get her. She's all oily. Should have got her really before the cameras turned on. Now that in itself is a naughty finish. You could leave it at that, but I like to put in a little bit of Renaissance wax. I don't know what that motion was all about. Now Renaissance wax is amazing because it goes off so quickly.
Wax on, wax off.
You literally buff it on and buff it off and she is done. So I'm going to get it on my cloth, on my clefty, and then liberally wallop it on. And it is just going to elevate the whole thing. Right, and that is pretty much it. That is so smooth and lustre. Love that word. It's not even a fucking word. Lustre. Who gives a flying fuck? It is raw on the front. Next time I might grain fill it and just see what the difference is going to be. But that is exactly what I wanted. Absolutely trebuchet. Now, leave that a second. Where's my neck? Right, here's my neck. It has had a lot of sanding sealer, but the best thing is just a quick once over and you are left with just the most satin and slippery neck. A slippery neck. Ed Kemper would be fucking writing that one with a digit, wouldn't he? Lovely. If you don't know what Ed Kemper did to his mum's neck, that's an interesting Google.
I cut off her head. And I humiliated her corpse.
Now, we've started. It's dark. It's fucking dark. It's very dark. A little bit of wax on here just to bring it in so it looks the same. And we're there. She's ready to put together. How easy is that finish? Bit of rustings, 3 coats, nice and thin. Take off the excess in between after about 2 minutes. And then blast on it with a bit of Renaissance wax. If you're doing a wood finish guitar, that is absolutely. And the thing to remember is if someone dings, if you're the sort of person that needs to have a perfect looking guitar all the time, if you ding this or drop it, you can sand it out and just fucking refinish it in a few minutes. Oh yeah, I wonder how I discovered that. Who's put a guitar together and drop shit on it? We've all fucking done it, haven't we? Now, where's my tray of shit? Now, as always, never do this to your guitar if you haven't already put it together and played it. I have. This was put together, hung on the wall for about a week, unfinished, but just in the workshop and wired up and fine. So I knew it all worked. So I'll put it together now and it probably won't fucking work. But that's just the way it whirls, isn't it? It should be a case of just putting the bugger back together. I don't know whether to film this or not. This is me wires going through. I didn't feed them this way last time. Hopefully they'll go through all right. Obviously there's a little hole in there. Now you do absolutely have to learn some little techniques of putting things together without wrecking it all. So things like this, look, put a little bit of cloth there to knit that one up. Especially if you've got glossy finishes. That'll ruin your day with a quarter of a turn. There you go, I've learnt you something. Handsome. Right, last thing I'm going to run you through until we do the old magic and come back to a finished fucking guitar. The grub screws. This is not a real hip shot bridge. Shock horror. So you have to do a couple of cheeky little manoeuvres. First one is sand the bottom so that your bridge is going to actually touch a bit of metal. There's a lot of paint on there, so we've scratched that through. We've got through to a bit of metal. That's easy. The second thing is look at the size of the absolute meaty grub screws. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, as they say in Wales. So we pop them out, and then you can buy yourself a bag of little teeny tiny ones. We don't want that interfering like a dodgy uncle with your right hand. So I'm going to swap all them out with shorter grub screws, and then it'll be absolutely perfect. So with this style of hip shot bridge, it's not a hip shot, it's a style of hip shot bridge. Let's just be very clear about that. It's a counterfeit. Oof, steady on in the comments. You can get away with the black ones. They are absolutely fine. Brass and chrome, buy a proper one because the fake ones do not come close. Anyway, I've waffled enough. Do you want to see this all finished? Prepare yourself for the Technicolor montage. Right, so before I get shit-eye today doing other stuff, let's conclude this build series because it's been rather pleasant. So here she is. I've got her back from Kai, and this is what the raffle is for. This is what you're going to win. Firstly, I've got to thank Kai. After this video, linked at one of the two that comes up. You know, YouTube throws you up suggestions and all that shit. One of them is a link to Kai's video. Kai Down, a wonderful channel. He has done a separate review on this. I sent it to him before I had a chance to give it the final whip over, and he even pointed out a couple of tool marks. Necky bastard. Fear not, I've sorted everything that Kai pointed out to me, bless him. He said, I'll do a review, but it's going to have to be completely honest and scathing. So fuck me. All right, thanks, Kai. It was very fair. His videos are brilliant. Go and watch it. It's well worth it, and give him a subscribe while you're there. Secondly, massive thanks to Ed the Shred for doing the demo for me. He did loads down. Check out Ed's channel. He is the loveliest guy ever, and I treated him to a pasty down in the workshop. He's been here. He's a lovely boy. We'll be definitely doing some more with Ed in the future. Thirdly, there's lots of, it's like the fucking Oscars, isn't it? Apart from I'm not thanking a load of pedos.
You did it. I didn't. You did it.
I've got to say massive thank you to Joe Balaguer. I'm probably saying the name wrong. I've still not learned. Kai did tell me. The owner of Balaguer Guitars emailed me. I thought at the start of this series, it's a bit cheeky because I was using their guitar shape. I've got some templates online and I'm using that because I love it. I love the jazzy. Jazzmaster is my favourite shape guitar, really, if I've got to boil it down. And this is like a modern take that I'm absolutely in love with. I thought I'll make one. I'm not going to use this exact template for client builds, and I'm not going to sell these templates. Joe actually reached out and donated 100 quid to the Man Down charity and gave me his full support. So check out Balaguer Guitars because they do some, like I've said before, they do amazing cheeky little tweaks on some existing shapes. He's just got an eye for it, and it's one of my favourite brands. They make some great gear. So thank you to that. Lastly, and the massive thanks, well, thanks to all you lot, obviously, but keep listening. Make sure you enter the raffle because 50% of the profit is going to go to leukemia care. I really want to get to £100,000 raised before I get to 100,000 subscribers. That's my goal, all right? That's more important. Biggest thanks go to Corey and Mick. They are running the Jurg's Cup. If you've not joined, if you're not fancying having a tinker of a build, that we're going to develop that a bit more over the coming years, but the link is below. You can join. All you got to do is buy a t-shirt and make a fucking guitar. And at the end of it, the Dario Fertilizer, me, Mick and Corey are going to pick our winners, what we think of our favourites in 6 months' time. You've got 6 months to build a guitar. It costs you a t-shirt. You don't have to sell it for charity. You don't have to do any of that sort of stuff. You could just have a go. And that is the ethos of this channel. Make some sawdust, make some mistakes. So thanks for watching this. It does honestly mean a lot. And I'll be doing more raffles throughout the year because it's a really good way of raising money, plus selling on donated guitars. I'm waffling now, I'm talking shit. I'm in awe today, it's emotional. I love doing this sort of stuff. This is my job, it's a career which is bonkers. I pinch myself all the time. You're all amazing. Make sure you comment below and yeah, brilliant. Thanks everyone. I'll see you on Monday for a fluff piece, which will be a bit stupid. And then I'll see you next Friday for a very interesting take of a Milo Strat. I'll see you soon.